Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Here we go. Yo. Welcome to a brand new episode of the City Opinion Podcast. Your boy John, my co-host, you know him as Dev in the back. And let's get into the madness. So last week it was a whole bunch of Ye madness, and the album came out, so the madness continues. But that's I would say not to downplay the story, but to
Yeah,
me, one of the funny stories, it's not funny, but one of the how I say it, his reaction is what makes it funny.
right.
But one of the stories that came out, obviously, we talked about how the whole Playboy Cardi and North thing, and they try to get Playboy's Cardi kid, who's happens to share a kid with Iggy Azalea, another artist.
Right.
So she got thrown into this whole, this whole cycle. She basically told story how she first met Ye, and Ye basically let it be known that he does his things to some of her pictures. He does it.
Yeah,
And
he let her know that he be jerking off to her pictures and shit. And so she was doing her I guess her podcast or something online. And she was talking about like, when she met Ye and her her meetings with Ye. And she like, yo, the nigga would tell me like, yo, he would be masturbating me. And this nigga in Ye fashion go right in comments under her. It's true. Like,
my God, that's crazy. Like, I just like, especially with all like the stuff that's going on. You know what I'm
yeah.
trying to
I
say?
mean, but she's definitely Ye's type though.
No, I'm not disregarding that.
She fits his type.
But it's just like you. Well, to make scenes like it's all first meeting. Like, yeah, I gotta let this be known.
Yeah.
Off rip, it's crazy.
Nah, he definitely from the jump was on that with her. Like, but again, I look at Iggy. She like Barbie doll, fake looking. Very small here with the fake Kim Kardashian ass. And so I think like I think Kim is the Ye's like ideal
Bill,
build of beauty, like his ideal build, like Kim K. And so the women he's interested in, all like he gets something that's similar to that build. And so with his wife or ex-wife, I don't know what their situation is. Are they still married or they divorced
and
or are
I
they?
think you're talking about the current wife right now.
Yeah,
I think he's still
yeah.
with her.
Okay, so similar build, and then Iggy, is in that vein too. So it's on brand for Ye, but for Ye to be like Ye been wild in the last couple of weeks anyway. But for Ye to be so active and then be like, yo, it's a fact. It's like I masturbated her, like I love it, type shit. And still being a married man, like still talking about that shit, like it's Ye just a bully.
That's
Like,
crazy. As soon as I Google his current wife top stories, she wants to leave. Yeah,
okay.
I don't know how true that is, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how true that is because I thought they were separated at one point. Then I thought they were like actively getting a divorce. But it seemed like every time he outside, she's next to him. Like so, um, until it actually happened, I'm not gonna truly believe it. Although I just constantly see stuff about them and their marriage and her leaving and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just as a wild boy, man. Just a
I
wild boy.
told you that it's true. Reminds me of the other story I told you about where he was going on the rant about the doctor, and he's like,
Yeah.
"I ain't gonna tell you what the doctor is, but he's a Jew." That's what that shit just reminds me of. Like, yeah.
Yeah, Ye is wilding, but Ye every time he about to drop an album, he go through these, he go through these rants, and then the last couple of times, like when he He do the rest and he dropped the albums. I've been underwhelmed. But Bully is out. Bully is out on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And so surprisingly, I didn't expect much, but I can't lie to you, John. It's not a bad listen. Like it's
we're gonna get to that review. We're gonna get to that
it's a
review. We're gonna get
it's
to that review.
good project, man.
But I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I was expecting more of the what is Vulture 1 and 2 type music.
Yeah.
We didn't get that. I'm not
Vulture 2, Vulture 1 and 2 is very provocative, like very raunchy. And I said that when the first one dropped. I'm like, yo, this nigga talking a lot about sex and shit. Like, I honestly don't like hearing about, I don't like my sex music, like, just in my ears. Like, I like my sex music to be seductive. I like similes. I like metaphors when it comes to sex. You know what I'm saying?
You want the blunt?
Yeah, I don't want the, I hate the blunt sex. That's why I really don't be listening to a lot of female rappers because it be too blunt and raunchy for me, bro. It's like, I can't, my ears ain't built for that. Like, so even when niggas like plies and shit, like, and niggas be talking about eating ass, like, my ears ain't fit or for lyrical content like that, for all the blunt and the overly raunchy music and shit like that. So with Vulture 1 and 2, it had that feeling. I was like, I can't listen to this shit, man. It's too nasty, too raunchy. It's hurt. It's making my ears bleed. Like, it's too nasty for me. But like you said, we'll get into Bully later.
We'll get into, but which one was the one that had the North song?
The first one, Vultures 1.
One?
Yeah,
I think that's the better one of the Vultures.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
What? From Ye to a party that he has been have issues with publicly, but
Right.
we ain't talking about their issues. Madame Tussauds unveiled a new wax doll of Queen Bee. It actually is a good one.
It's a really good one. And we talked about Madame Tussauds doing another one really good recently. Like I can't remember which one it was. Madame Tussauds did one that was really fucking good recently. They be fucking up. But before this Beyonce, it probably was another Beyonce, but it was another one prior to this one that we talked about that they cooked. And for this one, shit, like when I saw the picture when you sent it, I damn thought the wax figure was the real one.
You know what's crazy? When I first seen it, like just scrolling, I'm thinking it's like some concert, some tour promo. So I'm thinking it's just Beyonce promoting something.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, Beyonce. Then I really I read the caption. It's like, oh, Madame Tussauds. Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
And then oh shit, that's the wax doll.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the last couple that we talked about, they've been on par. It's definitely been Dwayne Wade shit.
Well, yeah, his statue ain't come out good.
Horrible. But the last couple of Madison Tussauds wax figures have been pretty good. And so I'm just wondering, like, are they using the same artists, like, for the good ones? Because we seen some bad ones, we covered some bad ones. Like, I know Madison Tussauds is all over the world, and you know they got one in LA, got one in New York. I'm pretty sure they got one in like Paris and shit. Like, they got Madison Tussauds everywhere, but it's like, do they have a group of wax artists?
Oh, so probably
putting these shits together. Or is it just like this person that's like, that would be too much work, I would think, for one person to be doing it.
Yeah, it has to be like unless it's independent artists that just do the shit on their own.
Right.
Get,
and then Madison Tussauds purchase it or some shit.
They get hit up like, yo, can you make this?
Yeah.
It's probably a mixture. It's probably done by committee. It's probably they got group that they that's hired, but it's probably official that works for them. And they probably got outside people. They be like, yo, we give you this money. Can you make this and this? That's probably it. It's probably a whole done by committee.
And I think possibly if you are an independent artist and you do some shit and you can submit it and work out a deal, a contract in that regard too. Like, maybe you don't officially work. You could be like a independent contractor where like you do wax figures professionally and shit, and you sell your art. Like what I'm saying, you sell your art. But the person who ever did this was good job to you because they smoked this Beyonce one again. When you said that shit, I thought it was again. I was thinking similar to you, like Beyonce about to go on tour or something. And now I thought that's what we was gonna be talking about, like an upcoming tour. But then when I opened it, it's like, oh shit, that's Madame Tussauds. That shit is fire. Like they cooked that one. So
Orlando, the Madame Tussauds in Orlando has that wax figure.
I want to see my next person I want to see get a wax figure is Orlando Jones. He needs a wax figure in Madame Tussauds. I think he's done enough culturally, and that's so that's
Who doesn't
already
have a? We talk about who doesn't have a wax figure
that deserves.
Mm-hmm.
I think all the who's who of Hollywood got one. Shit, I think Carole Baskin probably got a fucking house.
Carole Baskin. No, I don't think
Probably got her.
Or
Got
I
her.
haven't heard that name or a homie that Tiger King.
Yeah, Tiger King.
I haven't heard that shit. Don't
Let me Google that real quick.
Yeah, peak pandemic years right there. Peak pandemic.
Word the highlight of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Carole Baskin.
Carole Baskin. But popular
wax
celebs
figure.
Don't have a wax figure.
Wax.
No, it's crazy. It says Beyonce never had a wax figure in Madame Tussauds.
Really? So
When
what else other wax figures be from?
That wasn't. I could have sworn it was Madame Tussauds.
Yeah. No, neither one of them have a wax figure. Tiger King or Carole Baskin. Neither one has one.
But this, I don't know. This is when you Google. It says here's a list of popular celebrities who, as of March 25, 25, do not have wax figures at Madame Tussauds. Beyonce, Leonardo DiCaprio, Selena Gomez, Ellen DeGeneres, Jennifer Lopez, Miley Cyrus, Naomi Campbell, Prince William, Celine Dion, and James Woods.
So, but are they saying it like at the moment or they never had one? Cause maybe they they switch out the wax figures. So maybe at the moment, as a March, like right now, they don't have one at Madame Tussauds. But you can't tell me none of these people that already had a wax figure there before, because if they didn't have it there, where the else fuck would they have it? I think like they do it seasonally, like because they always create new ones, so they pull other ones, and maybe at the moment Beyonce didn't have one in there. That's the only thing I could think of. Like they swap them out and shit like that. Like currently at the moment, if you go to Madame Tussauds, you won't see these particular.
You know what's funny? That shit said Miley Cyrus, but it's clearly the Vegas one. I'm looking at another list, and they got Miley Cyrus on the fucking wrecking ball. That's her wax figure.
Right.
Vegas.
Maybe it's a certain, maybe different state, city.
We got Rihanna. I don't even know what this list is. They got One Direction, Lady Gaga, another Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
The website just crashed on me. It's cool. Let's see. Can we get to number 7? Are we gonna get to number 7? Number 7, homie from Twilight. Taylor Swift got one. Zac Efron has 2. Jason Derulo got one.
Jason Derulo, the whites love Jason Derulo.
I'm not gonna lie, his shit look just like him.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber got one, but I'm not gonna lie, that one look a little crazy. Pharrell.
It's for real with the happy hat on.
Nah, he don't even got a hat on. You know what's crazy? He has just like a track jacket on with jeans.
Mm.
Surprised he didn't do the one you said. Nick Jonas, Meryl Streep. I remember when they got the Nicki Minaj one. Could have been better. Channing Tatum got one. Zoe Saldana.
Yeah.
Kate Winslet. Oh, site crashed again. What number? I was in the 20s. Let me scroll down.
I came in like a wrecking ball. And I was remember Miley Cyrus went black that one year?
Oh, it was like a little phase, and then she was quick to denounce
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah. She was with Mike Will and all that and shit.
She denounced that shit with the quickness.
Like got away from that shit real quick. That's a name I haven't heard of in a minute. Mike Will made it.
You know, Mike Will. Actually, to be honest, I don't know. Guess he's
Like,
chilling.
remember he was cooking at one point.
Mhm.
You hear that Mike Will made it. I haven't heard that shit in a while. You know, Bash Make Her Dance and all that shit. Like Mike Will was really like smoking at one point. But I ain't heard Mike Will in a long time.
Yeah, he definitely has one, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what he's been up to.
Mike Will
Mike Will
made
made it.
it. Uh, let's see what he got recently.
Celebrated
Mike
his
Will
birthday
made
2 days
it.
ago.
Okay, happy birthday, Mike Will. He dropped the project in 2024 called Dirty Nachos. But before that, it was Creed in 2018.
Damn, so it was like a 6 year gap from
Yeah,
Project.
yeah, it took a break. A nice little break. Yeah, took a nice little break.
But well, shout out to the Master Sons for getting one. You know,
Yeah,
get one,
definitely.
get one career.
Shout out to that artist that put that together because they definitely cooked on that one.
Yeah, most definitely. Now let's get into a sad story. Sauce Walker was in Memphis with his artist ASOP, and unfortunately, they was met with some gun violence. Sauce Walker survived. I believe he was wounded. He got
Yeah,
hit in the leg.
but he's stable.
Unfortunately, his artist,
Say so. Pete passed away.
yes, due to the gun violence. Very, very, very unfortunate situation. But
Yeah, shit crazy. And Sauce is from Memphis, right?
nah, Sauce is from Texas. His
Okay,
his artist is
from Memphis.
his artist is from Memphis. Yeah,
But I heard they, in Memphis they be giving it up, man. It's crazy out there and shit. We've seen other artists uh pass away in Memphis, and so um it's crazy, man.
you just gotta be careful. You gotta be careful wherever you go.
Yeah, it's tough. Memphis is
I
definitely
think even as bad as Memphis was, I think there was in a good area of Memphis.
yeah,
So it's not like they
right,
were
right.
caught in like
Yeah, the
an
hood and
area
shit.
like, oh, you was there. No
But
one
that so
happened
that
to
that
you.
just shows that they were targeted because if they're in a good area, then somebody was obviously watching them or got wind of them and their location, their presence in the city, and went out, and tried to, uh, take their life. They unfortunately succeeded with Say So P, but Sauces, got hurt, and he's, for the most part, good. He's gonna definitely make it from his wounds, but it's just crazy to see these young brothers with so much potential, money, like and all that stuff, just succumb to gun violence. So condolences to Say So P and his family. And then
Definitely.
quick recovery to Sauce, but man,
It's just very unfortunate. It's
yeah,
always unfortunately it's like every now and then you get a news like this with rappers.
right,
So it's just very unfortunate.
yeah.
No, more sad news. I know we covered it on OSA, but he had a cultural impact.
Definitely.
George Foreman, boxing legend,
Yeah,
passed away.
bigger than sports. Definitely bigger than
Well,
sports.
passed away at the age of 76.
Yeah. Because I think for a lot of people, for a sports fan, George Foreman was big 90s, early, 80s, 70s to the 90s. He boxed for a long time. Just a few years ago, they had a movie out about his life and him, boxing in the 70s and then coming back as an old man and, becoming a champion in the 90s. But most people culturally know him for the George Foreman grill and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And his marketability, his charisma, and that line that really changed like the QVC mail to order like fucking cooking items. Like the George Foreman was the first air fryer and deep fryer and all those different convention cooker, all those shit that came after only came because of how big the George Foreman grill was. Everybody had to create their own type of new cooking device after the George Foreman grill. And so that's definitely like the innovator of that scene and culture. And then you start to see everybody coming out with a grill and this new ways to cook. You had the new wave, you had the air fryer, you got all these different things, but I think that's all due to the George Foreman grill. I don't think it's a house in America, whether you white, black, or indifferent, that didn't have a George Foreman grill. Like culturally, like outside of just black culture, but like American culture, the George Foreman grill is definitely one of those things that goes like in a time capsule. If fucking aliens was to come here, you want to say, what is the world? What is like what is Earth? Like if they give him a care packet of Earth, a George Foreman grill gonna be in that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's crazy. He looked at it. It says how much did George Foreman make from the grill? He once said he made much more than $200 million from them grills. That man was eating.
Man, bro, you remember how, bro,
He
when those
surpassed his boxing career with the grill.
exactly, bro. The grill was so huge. Like it was such a big thing, like where them shits were sold out online, sold out in stores. It was really like the it thing and shit at one point. Like everybody had a George Foreman grill. It's so healthy. It makes the food so good. You can make chicken and burgers and fish. You can do so much with the grill. Then they start having like the other fucking cooking devices. George Foreman that, man.
No,
Smart.
he really.
Yeah.
That's one of those like you have one career and then another one.
Yeah, definitely cornered the market like with the second like straight rebrand. You had a career as a boxer and then came back as a whole new brand with the cooking and shit. So George Foreman, the products will live on, and your name gonna live on because of it, because you are a legend in two games. You're a legend in sports and a legend in entrepreneurship. So shout out to George Foreman. Rest in peace to George Foreman. Definitely a legend that we won't ever forget.
Yeah, most definitely. RIP and condolences to him, to his family and his loved ones. Movie news. SZA says she wants to play Storm. You with it or not?
What?
So you're not down for her to play Storm?
Hell no. SZA, y'all, look, I ain't see that new movie with her and Keke Palmer, but from the scenes I've seen, her ass can't act. And so, SZA, I love you as an artist, but to play Storm, nah.
She wants to expand her career.
Nah. I'm not mad at her expanding her career, but she can't get a role like that. Not now.
Man, artists, it might be like, oh shit, you wanna Want to spice it up real quick?
Yo, imagine SZA as Storm though. That's funny as hell. That's hilarious.
Like I can say, I gotta watch the movie. I never really seen her act.
First off, she has to have an accent.
Yeah, true.
If you're gonna do it right. Although Holly didn't have one.
Say Halle Berry didn't really have an accent. So
Holly didn't have one, and then the young Storm didn't have one.
She not the.
No, she did. She did.
She did.
She did have an accent. You right. Holly didn't have one, but that was fucking Halle Berry. She was bad, but she was Halle Berry.
No, I understand that. Yeah, I understand that. But remember, they was running the shit differently back in those when it came to the comic books.
Yeah. Man, SZA, look. Okay. SZA, you can't play Halle Berry. But who can SZA play in a comic book? Let me think. Who can SZA play?
In the Marvel?
Like in the comic book movie world. Like as a debut, it has to be a lesser known character. It has to be somebody. She can't just take a big role like that. Especially in the MCU when the X-Men is the next frontier.
No, I feel you, but it's also how the MCU treats their characters. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like a whole bunch of characters. They all important. Yeah. And there's the certain characters that got the higher pedestal, and then those, and then
but Storm is one of the elites.
She is, but is MCU gonna give her that treatment?
They wouldn't if they give it to SZA. They wouldn't be. I know what to expect if they give it to SZA. I'm like, okay, they fucking Storm over this. All right, if I see SZA.
And remember, the X-Men got a lot of characters.
So there's so many ways they can go with X-Men.
There's so many characters, so it's like
so many stories.
And somebody's gonna be mad. Wolverine gets a little too love. People gonna be like, "Oh man, Wolverine."
Yeah, we tired of Wolverine. We said Wolverine
get some love. Wolverine, not enough Wolverine.
But Cyclops needs some love because they had him a whole bitch in Fox.
Cyclops wasn't really Cyclops. It was in Fox. It was the Wolverine show.
Yeah, it was a Wolverine show. So,
but then again, we didn't even have Gambit.
Right. So again, I need them to touch on Cyclops, but do Cyclops right. I need them to give us Gambit. I ain't talking about Channing Tatum. I need another Gambit, not Channing Tatum. I don't want that.
He wasn't terrible as Gambit, though.
I don't want that fat Gambit. I don't want that fat, overweight, big face Gambit. I need a young Gambit, young, cool, handsome Gambit. SZA, I love, but SZA, no, not as Storm. And I don't want to hear you do a fake accent either. Because if I see SZA being Storm, the MCU is fucked. They already doing bad for the most part. So they need they next move got to be their best move, because when we know they already bring RDJ back, because that shows me their ass is fishing for ideas. Mm-hmm. I need MCU to do it right, and unfortunately, SZA as Storm. I'm not saying she can't be a part of the MCU and have a lesser known part, lesser known mutant. I don't know who that person is, but not SZA as Storm. The girls already said there's a few people I would love to see play Storm that I think will do Storm good. There's one young lady. She is in, I don't know if you saw the newest Jurassic Park.
No, I see the newest Jurassic Park.
Dominion. She's been in other stuff. She was in the Kevin Hart Netflix movie where he was a single dad. His wife had died.
What movie was that?
He had a Netflix movie, Kevin Hart, where his wife had passed away. He was raising his daughter alone, and she was like the girl in that. She got like real pretty eyes, dark complected woman, really good actress. I think she would be good.
What's the name of that Kevin Hart movie? I'm trying to see if I find it.
I don't know. Just look up Jurassic Park, because that'd probably be easier to find. Jurassic Park Dominion, or whatever that shit was called, Dominant, something like that. or the young lady. She's from she was in that movie with she was in that movie with
Talking about the Wanda Wise.
she was the only black woman in there.
I'm going to more cast, but I'm assuming that's what you're talking about.
Bro, it's only one black woman in that whole damn movie. So
Is the Wanda Wise.
Jurassic Park, let me just confirm. World Dominion,
Hey,
cast.
the Wanda.
Yup, DeWanda Wise.
I seen her in a movie before.
She's been in a few things. She's you probably saw her in, let me look at her.
Oh, she was in the show on Netflix when they did the shit to Spike Lee.
Oh, right. She was the lead for She Gotta Have It. She
Yeah.
was. Right. On when She Gotta Have It was on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she was the lead for that.
Oh, and the movie's called Fatherhood. It just popped out as one of her notable movies.
It's a good movie. I don't know if you never seen it, obviously, but
I'll give it, check it out.
And if not her, the young lady from Queen and Slim. I don't know if you remember that movie with Daniel Kaluuya. Kaluuya.
I know what you're talking about.
The young lady from there, Jodie Turner-Smith. She's done a lot. She was also in Without Remorse with your boy from Creed.
It's crazy when you Google says women who can play Storm. Several actresses have been suggested as potential replacements for Halle Berry in the role of Storm, including DeWanda Wise,
right,
Keke Palmer, and Janelle Monáe.
Keke Palmer, no. I ain't mad at Janelle Monáe. I'm not mad at Janelle Monáe.
Well, Alexandra Shipp already, they got like an extended list, but Alexandra Shipp already plays. That's the one that played the newest. That was the youngest Storm.
Right. But Jodie Turner-Smith is a really good actress. She did a movie with the nigga from Creed. And she's also in the Star Wars show. I forgot the name. It's one of those Star Wars shows the Acolyte. She was the queen of the witches and there and shit. But I think she also could be a good Storm because they got the look and then they actually can act. I don't think Keke Palmer is really that good of an actress. Beautiful, but I don't think she's a good actress. She's too damn goofy to be Storm. And I don't know who else you said, but those are my two picks.
Oh, it was DeWanda Wise, Keke Palmer, Janelle Monáe.
Oh, Janelle Monáe. I ain't mad at Janelle.
And it has Anna Jacques. She played Starfire in the DC the Titans.
Yeah. I know you're talking about. I ain't mad at that either.
And Shorty from Wicked also expressed interest in playing Storm.
Boom. The singer.
You're saying that's what you're Damn.
No.
That's
not her.
That's a very harsh no.
Nah, she's trash. Not trash for that role. She gonna make Storm all fucking witchy and shit.
Did you watch Wicked?
I seen parts of it. All I can think of is, oh, my pretty. That's all I see when I see her. Craziness. She gonna have Storm like magic. But like I said, DeWanda Wise and Jodie Turner-Smith, those are my picks for Storm. SZA, I love you. I love everything you do, except for this movie. But I love you, SZA. But Storm ain't it. Sorry, SZA. Storm that ain't for you, boo. That ain't for you, boo. Sorry about that.
All right. Well, sticking to the TDE.
Sticking it to the man.
I said sticking it. But I was like, it was like as I was saying it.
What's your own, bro?
But sticking with TDE family, even though they're still TDE family, but I think they their own artists. Kendrick is slated to perform for the 2028 Olympics, which will be taking place. You guessed it.
LA.
Yeah, LA. Damn, it's relentless now. Shit don't
Look, Kendrick got a great team, man. They put Kendrick in all the right spots. Like all the right spots. And then like the crazy thing is the way people try to make it like him doing the Super Bowl ain't a big thing because it's not a world event. It's an American event. Like I saw a lot of that. Like people like they acting like he performing at the Olympics. The world watches the Olympics. It's only the Super Bowl. Only Americans watch the Super Bowl, which we all know that's a fucking lie. Everybody watched the Super Bowl. But now that narrative is completely out the window. Now he did not like us at the Super Bowl. Now imagine him going there with Team USA clothes on. Singing Not Like Us to the world.
think he still perform that song?
Even bigger. Because now it's about competition. Now it's like America. Now it becomes an American anthem. Because now it's USA, USA. They not like us. Like USA now, it takes it out of the battle rap, although we know where it come from. But now it gives it new meaning because now it's like I'm repping America and him performing in USA shit and performing that song, having all the American athletes behind him. Boom. It's even bigger, baby. It's even bigger. Now it's the American anthem. Because as Americans, we do our shit when it comes to Olympics. And now we got an anthem for us to go against the world.
That's crazy.
Not Like Us is the world or the American anthem now. Fuck the diss. The diss we already know. There's a dead body. We know that. Tombstone already put to rest. All that. He's been, there's already been a wake and a service for him already. That Canadian he's passed away already. We ain't worried about that no more. Now, Not Like Us, talking about streaming, it becomes the anthem for America in the Olympics. That's different, bro.
That's gonna be the song they play every time they play against Canada.
Bro, that's gonna be the song they play every time America wins something. When they go out and they do like the tour around the Olympic City, and now introducing America. What you think they're gonna be playing? America's like holding the torch and shit. Got Samuel L. Jackson in the front holding the torch. Uncle Sam with the Olympic torch. You can't write a better script, man. We talk about the script writers in football. Man, the script writers is cooking for this Kendrick prologue or whatever shit. His script writers are cooking right now because talking about just like stacking on shit. That man's going to perform Not Like Us at the Olympics. And it is going to change the whole meaning. Because the Drake shit is dead now. Nobody really cares about that no more. I think it's pretty much over. Kendrick about to go on world tour, him and SZA. We just spoke about her. I think the battle shit is over for the most part. Drake still be sending little shots. But nobody really care about that either. But for that to be the anthem for the Olympics, Team USA, Not Like Us, it gives it a whole new depth, whole new definition, whole new meaning, and it just continues to put Kendrick on top of everybody when it comes to hip hop.
So, yep, the run continues.
Definitely. The marathon continues. Who? The marathon, Team USA, Olympics, California.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is just, you can't write a better script than this, man. This is some next level writing right here.
Them stars down the line, man. Them stars.
Definitely. Oh, all the stars. You got all this stuff just happening for Kendrick. All the stars, him and SZA, World Tour, Olympics, bro. The script is crazy right now, bro.
Yep.
There's some Steven Spielberg, Quentin Tarantino type shit. Like, they writing their ass off, these script writers.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, shout outs to Kendrick. One rapper to another rapper. 2 Chainz. So 2 Chainz apparently.
2 Chainz.
Apparently, so an employee stole everything from his store.
What type of store?
He said basically it was one of his establishments. He didn't specify which business was targeted. Amongst items that were stolen was TVs, furniture, and other unspecified goods. He said she stole everything. But despite the theft, he says he will not pursue legal action against this employee.
What's the point of saying something then? Why are you talking then? You gotta put, and then again, if this is a store, you gotta pursue legal actions in order to make an insurance claim. I don't understand the reason to even fucking say anything if you're not gonna take legal actions against her, because the insurance ain't gonna, like, I'm pretty sure the business is insured, but you gotta get the law involved. I don't get the point of him saying this unless he got to play. He a part of it and shit. Probably his sister and shit. She's fake stolen, and then he gonna put an insurance claim in to get the money. In 2 weeks, he should be back in the store. I don't think 2 Chainz is, like, struggling for money, but that shit sound funny to me. Because what's the point of saying some shit?
Maybe
why report it?
Just express disappointment, like, damn, they really done robbed me. I look out, they robbed me.
Bro,
They just chalking it up to the game.
Bro, shut your ass up. If you ain't gonna do nothing about it, or maybe I ain't gonna put smut on his name. Maybe he gonna do something about it, just on his personal side. Like, gonna handle it personally, mano y mano type shit. He don't want to get the law involved, but that doesn't mean he ain't gonna take care of the situation. And I don't know what that means or what that could mean, but maybe that's his situation. I don't want to get the law involved, but we're gonna take care of it. Maybe that's how he thinking. Like, we ain't gonna get the police involved. We gonna handle this outside of court type shit. I don't know. I just don't. I'm never a fan of people reporting shit to report it. Like, yeah, man, these niggas jumped me. It's all good though. I'm gonna take my wounds and heal from it. Like Michael. I mean, like Martin, nigga hit you one chin, you turn the other. Shut your ass up. You ain't gonna do shit. Shut the fuck up. Keep that shit to yourself. Don't be online talking. If you ain't on shit, then take your L's, take your lumps privately. 2 Chainz, if you're gonna take your lump privately. But if you ain't gonna handle it or do shit about it, I don't want to hear it. And I fuck with you, Chainz.
But it's still very unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation, but
Yeah, I mean, it's bad when you employ people and you try to get people around your way opportunity and niggas take advantage of you and shit. That definitely sucks. You know what I'm saying? Definitely sucks. Drew been robbing me of my intelligence since we've been doing podcasting together and stuff. Like every day every week I get dumber doing episodes with him. And I should be offended, but I'm not, because when you love people and you love giving back, you do your part. Like if we didn't have this Make-A-Wish program at C2, what would Drew be doing right now?
so
What would he be doing?
Oh man!
If we didn't have this special needs program at C2, what would Drew be doing with himself?
You better watch the episode, man. Respond accordingly in the OSA.
So I can say this because Drew ain't gonna watch it, so fuck him. So that's how we get down. See, I can speak my piece. He ain't gonna say nothing, right, Drew? You ain't gonna respond. You ain't gonna get in those comments and speak your piece. Nah, because you ain't that tight. That's what I'm saying. If you ain't gonna say nothing, if you ain't gonna say nothing, don't say nothing. If you ain't gonna do nothing, don't say nothing. And you ain't gonna do nothing, Drew. So shut up and go about your life.
That's how he is. Drew better respond, man. Respond. But all right. Moving from the rappers. Foldable iPhone. Are you down for a foldable iPhone?
I don't even like phones. I'm tired of spending my money on phones. I'm tired of every 2 years when a new iPhone come out, my phone started to get real wacky and shit. I'm tired of my wife coming to me telling me about the new features on the iPhone and why we should get a new one. I'm tired of phones. I want to go back to the BlackBerry. I tell people all the time, that's the only phone I actually like. Well, 2 phones, 3 phones. Sidekick, Razor, BlackBerry. The only 3 phones that I actually liked. I don't even like my phone. I don't care about my phone. My phone, text. I don't care about my phone. So I don't care about a damn foldable iPhone, because what is it going to do different than the current iPhones? Except
you can hang up like the old days, right? Hang up like the old days.
You get the clap, the little clamp. Mm-hmm. Bro, I don't even do all that, because I hang up on people mid-sentence. People still be talking. And I be off the phone already. I don't care about none of that, bro. They just find it. And Apple keeps stealing other people's shit. It's a foldable phone already out.
Good. That's how it goes. Yeah, it is a foldable phone.
Apple just sit back and wait for these other companies, Android, Samsung, Google, all them to come out with a phone, and Apple just say, we're going to take that shit in 2-3 years and put an Apple on it, and them idiots going to buy it. Because that's what they calling us. Them idiots going to buy it. And sure enough, that shit going to drop in 2-3 years. My 16 that I got currently going to start fidgeting. Getting hot.
My phone's already doing that.
Start getting hot, battery dying for no fucking reason. And then T-Mobile gonna hit me up. Did you know that you're clear for an upgrade? It's like,
yeah. Every time I go to AT&T, they tell me I got to upgrade. Wait for
the hamster wheel continues.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Apple and these phones, man. They trying to keep robbing us.
Yep, it's just like the games. They same shit, just sprinkle some new shit, and that's what we got.
they do us dirty every time, man. It's pissing me off.
Hold on, fuck the system, man. That shit is constructed. Just take our money.
Just keep getting us, man. We're going to fall for it.
Mm-hmm.
The hamster wheel continues.
So let's get to something I found on my mixtapes. It says, "What would you response be if your manager said this?" I sent it in the ASL group chat. Said worker got into a car accident and sent the picture of the car accident to
Right.
said manager. Manager responded and said, "Keep me updated on what time you're expecting to be here." Then followed up that message with, "It's understandable why you would be late, but regardless, anything that prevents you from being at work at the workplace, other than basically dying, or someone dying in the family, is unexcused at any company."
And that's not true because if you send that, if I was to send that to my boss, they would tell me, do not come to work. Please go get yourself checked out. And also with something as after you sent your boss something that looks that horrific, they're not going to take a chance of you coming in, getting hurt on the job, and now they got to pay for it.
What's it like? Yeah, because you only see the picture. What if a person broke their leg? They can't walk. How they gonna work?
Again, you get in a car accident. A lot of times there'd be internal shit where you physically can't see your injury. That's why they tell you to go get checked out, because a lot of times you get whiplashed. You get hit.
A fucking concussion too.
You get a concussion. So usually a job will tell you, do not come in unless you go get checked out, because we need to make sure that you're medically cleared to even be on a work site. And that's not for your own safety. It's so they ass not liable for nothing, because God forbid you go to work, you lift something, you pass the fuck out, shit fall on you. Now the company is fucked.
Yep, and you gotta pay that workers' comp.
And you about to pay that workers' comp. And y'all made him or her come, or they come to work knowing what just happened. You're fucked. So that manager is a fucking idiot.
Try hard, man. One of those is
try hard, just trying to kiss some ass and just doing too much in these positions and shit. Doing too much and actually put the company more at risk having that person coming to work. So whoever that manager is, he or she or they are fucking idiots, because if I'm no longer in a managerial position, but my last job I was, and one of my staff sent me a picture like that saying, "This just happened," I would say, I hope you feel better. Please go get yourself checked out. I will check with HR on next steps. And as soon as I talk to HR will be like, have that person go to the hospital and bring us medical clearance that they're able to be back at work to save the company's ass. So whoever that manager is, a try hard, gonna wind up losing their job, because God forbid that person comes in, get hurt on the job, pass out on a job, or anything, any type of injury related shit, and now it becomes the company's fault. You got to pay that workers' comp and potentially deal with a suit. So that manager should be fired, because they are an idiot.
Yeah, I think that's very reckless of them. Very,
yeah, exactly.
Very reckless of them. Yeah, also, they may say you could be late. It's understandable why you would be late, but no showing.
You said, nigga, if you ain't dead, you need to be at work.
What if I literally took that picture before they took me away in the ambulance? Now I'm the doctor. I can't leave till tomorrow.
Right. Or so what about a picture of me in an EMT? Are you gonna say, when you get done there, come in? Like, what are you talking about? So that manager is an idiot. And like you said, a try hard. One of those super managers who I can't stand.
Very unfortunate. Well, hopefully that person was okay and they didn't get in any trouble when they eventually get to work.
Right.
Because that's some bullshit. I'm not in a managerial position, but I'd be tight. Like, I get some shit like, send it to, I can't make it tonight. What you mean you can't make it?
Bro, I'm liable to say, man, fuck you in that text. Man, fuck you. I'll be there when I be there. And the fact that you even saying this to me, I'm going to take it to HR and show them your response to me fucking being in a look like a really bad wreck.
But that's crazy. Well, let's get to the main event. What we all been waiting for. ASO review, Bully Volume 1. Ye dropped that shit. I like it. I just like the album.
Surprise drop. I was on YouTube and I saw him like Bully, and that's what I sent it to you. I'm like, shit, Jay just dropped Bully. Straight to YouTube, not on the streams, straight through YouTube and shit. Quick listen.
Yes.
And again, me and John, most people know like me and John are real big Kanye West fans. Like Kanye is, other than besides the bullshit he's been doing as of late, Kanye is like my favorite artist. Like of all time. Jay-Z is my favorite rapper, but when it comes to my favorite artist overall, Kanye has been like the guy that's been most influential when it comes to me and my music aspirations. And so, it's been heartbreaking seeing him do the things he's been doing the last couple of years and saying the things he's been saying. And then even the projects just been underwhelming. I think the last project that I really loved from Kanye was Jesus is King. That was the last project that I love, and I still listen to Jesus is King. Donda was cool. It's a lot of records on Donda that I like.
The first Donda.
Yeah.
First Donda 2 is a little difficult to listen to. I think he did where you have to purchase the shit to listen to it.
Yeah. Donda 2 was I think I made him heard Donda 2 maybe once because it was too much red tape to even get to it. But Donda 1, I really like. Jesus King is like a album that I actually fucking love.
That's the one with the blue circle.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I was sorry. Yeah, I like that one too.
I actually love Jesus King. I listen to Jesus King like almost every day. Or at least songs on Jesus King. But with Vultures had a few records, but it wasn't nothing I went back to. Vultures 2 was trash to me. So, and then with everything that Ye been saying,
I like these. I really like Bully over Vulture 1 and 2.
But when it comes to like going into Bully, I wasn't expecting much. But Simpatico, John, I really like Bully more than I like Vultures 1 and 2. Like
I like the intro record to
Bully is fire.
Yeah, he's like, he's talking this shit. So it's like, what I was gonna say, because we wasn't trying to get too much into it, we were gonna save it for the review. I feel like this is like the closest, because everybody like we want that Ye back.
Yeah, it gives
to that sound, and
it's giving my dark twisted fantasy a bit. Like
some of those songs is like, I feel like I don't know if he sampled his own shit or sampled other people's shit.
Yeah, but it's in that vein. It's in that vein.
He's like, yo, I can hear one of them older Ye songs.
Yep.
This resembles one of those older Ye songs.
It does. It definitely does. The album definitely gives a lot of that energy. To me, my dark twisted fantasy and shit, especially with the production. He makes a great Spanish song on there. Like, everybody was just on Drake's ass about, can I meet you, mommy, poppy, quesadilla. That song he just dropped. But Ye actually made a really good Spanish song.
Nah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, because I heard he had the Spanish song, so I'm like, boom. You hear the beat, I got the beat.
Yeah, but the beat is fire. He got the mariachi band, like.
And then he starts like, he's rapping in Spanish. I'm like, shit.
It sounds like, how niggas sound like they just know a few words, like it sound choppy. The Spanish, like.
Yeah. Mira.
Yeah. Like he's rapping fluently.
You know what I'm saying? It sounded smooth. It sounded like he knows more than, like, he may not be fluent in the language, but he was fluent enough to actually.
It was like you said, the Spanish was very smooth. It wasn't choppy. It didn't sound like a nigga just putting some Spanish words
Oh my God,
together.
that shit is dead ass fire. I don't know
And
what's my
that
favorite song. I was listening
and that
to.
mariachi band, like the mariachi sample, maybe that's what the thing about Ye though. Like it sounds like Ye really closed himself off from everybody and had like his just like his day one team there because the feeling is like you said, very reminiscent of old Ye.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't have a favorite song on there, but it's just an easy listen. Like when I first listened to it on YouTube, I listened to it maybe like because it was so short. It was like the YouTube link, the YouTube video is like it plays twice.
Mm-hmm.
I think I listened to the album like 4 times in a row because it's such a smooth listen. I hate saying this right now because Ye be doing some nut ass shit, but I really like the album.
No, the album's good. Hate Ye, say what I want about Ye. Has he said some shit that we don't agree with? Of course, you know. It, at the end of the day, he's gonna say what he's gonna say. But
But John, I really like this
I'm saying, but
album
yeah,
though.
but outside of the antics or the other stuff, we're just strictly speaking to the music. The music,
Yeah.
yeah, it's I don't know what people expect. I think with the title Bully, people probably felt he was gonna have more shit aimed at certain groups of people and individuals.
So more angry type shit. And again, look, coming out Vultures. Like Vultures 1 was very raunchy. Vultures 2 was still kind of controversial. So it being called Bully, people was expecting him to be talking about different people, different groups, different beefs. Like he didn't really do none of that. It's really a smooth listen. And so as much as Ye be saying nut ass shit and be making me dislike him, person aside, separating the person from the art, Bully is a good project.
It is overall. Overall, I like more of the songs that I don't really like track three like that. Track three is because if you just track one's Preacher Man, track two is I Can't Bear. Oh, track three is Close to You.
What's
Oh
track
no,
3? Let me go.
Close to You is it's just the very use of auto tune. I'm not really a big fan of like auto tune. Like when it works, it works. I feel like it's just a little heavy in that
Yo,
song.
Preacher Man is so fire though.
Yeah, that's the intro. That's the intro one. Preacher Man is
Yo,
fire.
Preacher
But
Man is so fire.
but yeah, I think close to you.
No,
It's
I like Close to You too.
maybe it's a song that'll grow on me, but it's
I
just
like Close to You
I feel
too.
like it's a lot. It's very heavy on the auto tune,
Yeah. Oh
especially
yeah,
in the
it is.
beginning.
Now you see that they were talking about use a lot of AI for this.
Did he?
That's what the reports are like. There are some songs that there are AI generated allegedly on the song. What songs they are, I don't know, but there's
That's
a
some gay
saying.
ass shit, man. I understand people don't like him at the moment. That's some
I'm
gay ass
telling you,
shit.
that's a conversation where some of these songs are said allegedly are AI generated on Bully. Let me see if I can do a real quick Google search to see if I can find out what songs. But some of these songs from this project are going to be AI generated. Bully,
But
AI.
see, Ye incorporate AI. Yeah, I can see the way Ye is. I can see him incorporating it, but I feel like that's just for them to suggest or bring that up is to try to
Yeah.
somewhat it's like in a shading aspect. Like it's like he tried, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's what when and I go through the Reddits and the YouTube comments, and then I saw podcasters talking about it, said that Ye has used AI with generating this with this album. But yeah, but regardless, Preacher Man is fucking fire. That's a dope intro, man.
Definitely. Yeah.
And although yes, Close to You is very AI generated. I mean not AI, but auto tune heavy. I think Ye's one of those guys who use AI well, and I like Close to You.
No, yeah, he definitely. It's just like sometimes it's like I like it when like they use an auto tune, but it's like it's blending well. I don't like it. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of
Yeah,
auto tune in general, but I just don't like when auto tune is just very, very, very heavy. But other than that, dope. I think it's a dope album. Bully Volume 1. I guess Bully Volume 2 is on the way.
yeah. Which one is the Spanish song? Oh, Take My Last Breath Away. Yeah.
Mm.
Yo, that song is fire, bro. That song is fire. And Ye just dope when it comes to the samples and shit. He used the Spanish influence. He used the mariachi sample.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is fire, bro. So like always, we got to give it our shitty review.
Yep.
And John, let the people know how do we rate our shit here.
So the more shits is the worst song. So for example, we do it out of 4. So we give you 4 shits. The song is doo-doo. It's trash.
Yeah.
But the less hits is good.
Right.
This rating process, you want less. The more is bad, the less, the better.
The more shit is a shitty project or a shitty situation. The less shit, the better.
Yes.
So, John, what you giving Bully?
A half a shit.
I too give Bully a half a shit. Bully is a good project, man.
It really is. A half a shit.
Good Bully is a good project. Look, gotta separate the man from the art. Mm-hmm. Bully, I give it a half a shit. It is a really good project, really good production. More like sound like classic Ye. And I've always said,
definitely does. Definitely.
And I always say that's the Ye I love and the sound that I love. And this is very reminiscent to that time. And so I fuck with it, man.
They just gotta keep. I guess this when the music is right, you don't gotta do all this, other stuff.
And honestly, good music really makes people forget all the bullshit. So if you could just shut the fuck up and just lock in, we see from this that you can give us what we love.
We all know it's still there.
We just be too consumed with too much other bullshit. Lock in, Ye, because this Bully project has solidified why you are my favorite artist. Like, this shows me the Ye that I love is still there. So shout out to Ye and Bully, man. It's a great project.
Bully V1, man. Out now.
Yes, sir.
On streaming platforms, but it's able for you, available.
That's the only thing. Like with YouTube and shit, I be playing on my phone and then shit be cutting off.
Because you do something else, it
cuts man. Off,
or you close your phone and cuts off.
Close your phone and cut off. Fucking ads drop in. It's like YouTube ain't the best listening place for it. Like ain't the best listening experience.
But he did what he had to do,
Yeah, he definitely cooked.
But with that being said, that's a wrap from this brand new episode of Another City Opinion Podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Dev in the back, and we are out.